all the way from New York City. Bush Andrew playing chess. He is. I will tell you. I think he's been playing chess for about 6 months now. And we just now catching on. Tanya, thank you for becoming a member as well. Keith Williams, wait till Monken makes 12 a team cap. Oh, don't you say that. Hey. You know all the starting quarterbacks become captains. Why? See, Keith, see how you be doing that? We try to let them breathe a little bit. They just now getting over the Pro Bowl joint. You know, just let them breathe a little bit. Woo! Captain too. At D King, we appreciate you, my guy. This week has been one for the books. The haters are in shambles. We've been waiting for G. Bush to cook. They can't get with it or get lost. That's 12's house now. Tell him to get comfy. Kicking up his feet a little bit. We got some work still to do. But this week has been a tough one. Oh, it's been a tough one. At Carlin Tucker, thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate you. Welcome to the family. At PGO440 has become a member. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. We need some extra chairs and plates at the table. At J-Max Rise, I think Deshaun beats him in training camp. Here's the thing. I think Shedeur Sanders is going to get the Shedeur is going to be, to me, he's the obvious. I mean, listen, he made it obvious. I think Deshaun Watson will be the backup quarterback. I think that make a lot of people mad, but I think Shedeur Sanders is obviously after what we've seen, the organization is making it clear that that's where they want to roll. That's what they want to do. Hey, Tanya says, black game, black quarterback. Yeah, the village is in here. We appreciate you for it. Don, what's up? Coach Monken has won a nephew since high school. The receipts are on tape. There you go, Don. You ain't lying. They did say that. Tanya became a member. We appreciate you as well. Thank you so much for the super chat. Lincia Wade, how come Bull, Jay, Dustin, and Jason all gave him a C or C minus grade at the end of the season, but now all of a sudden he did horrible? I think sometimes there has to happen. This is what happens when you talk about sports in general. And I think this happens a lot. Because the season is so long, the human mind does not have instant recall. Like our attention span is so long. What he did just a couple of weeks ago seems like forever ago. So sometimes what you have to do, and I do this in the off season, I go back and I watch film like every now and again, just to remind myself, because your perception changes after you hear a bunch of stuff. Like if you hear people keep telling you he played horrible, and you're not watching the tape, in your mind, you'll be like, he didn't play that good. But then you go back and watch the tape and it's like, ooh, that was a good throw. Ooh, that was a doggone good throw too. Wow, that was a nice throw. You got to go back and remind yourself. But your human brain, it gets rid of that, like some of the stuff it kicks out because we're learning new stuff. New stuff is coming around and we just storing new stuff. But you got to update your Windows update. You got to go back and remind yourself sometimes, ooh, that was a nice throw. That was dope right there. Kim says his stats are not going to be good. He never received training camp from his new employer. How do you perform at his job? Now he will receive proper training. Boom. You know, that was one of the points I've already said is there's a lot of individuals who want to make it to a point where you want him to elevate everybody around him, not taking in consideration that he was never even given like, you got to think about it. I think a lot of people who have never played football don't understand how difficult the game is if you're not getting reps. The thing that I marvel at the most is the fact that he caught on to the speed of the game that quickly. Somebody says, how do you know he's good? He can be good. How do you know? It's 7 games. The fact that he came in and hadn't had no reps and caught on to the speed of the game is one of the most impressive things that I've seen. Because not only was he not getting reps, he never received first-team reps when it was just regular OTAs. He didn't receive those reps. So to me, when he caught on to the speed of the game, I knew there was going to be something that he can work with because I thought that was very impressive, the way he was able to play and perform, given the fact that he hadn't played very much. Angel says, Bucky pulled up receipts on 12 since 2018 showing he's him. Hey, that's another thing too. I think a lot of people get misconstrued and I think people are a little upset with is this is a new media. I think the traditional sense of with the word media is now gone. So I think a lot of people are having a problem with this is the wild, wild west. This is a new media. This is a new concept. And so now it's a little scary out here. People are controlling their own narratives. So when people say, oh, Shedeur is this, people got internet videos ready to go on dial. Like, no, before you could say something and it wouldn't be true, and it could just live out there in the ether until somebody proved it wrong. Nowadays, it's instantaneous checks and balances. People are like, oh, you said that? Like one of the most laughable ones was Shedeur Sanders rides in a separate bus in his way to his teammates didn't like he rides in a separate bus at Colorado. And somebody was like, that's not false. That's totally not true. Or when they say Shedeur Sanders needs to be in the front of the room and they had pictures immediately in all meeting rooms with him sitting right in front. I said, these guys is good. These guys is good. Always Me 1126 became a member today. Thank you so much for the membership. We appreciate you. And welcome to the family. The greeting put those haters into a psych hospital. It started with the Pro Bowl. That Pro Bowl thing. I said, oh man, this is gonna be a tough week. It's gonna be a tough week for some cats. Because I know it's gonna trigger some people. I said, I mean, but then again, like I was just sitting there thinking, no, maybe it's just me. Like, I don't even care if somebody deserved it. Listen, I just want to see my team represented. Like, you know, Drake May didn't deserve it. There's a list of all kind of people that should have been in the Pro Bowl that went. My thing is, I'm an unapologetically Cleveland Browns fan. I want to see my jersey, my colors, my people, the people that represent my city, the people that look like me, the people that walk the same streets as me. I want to see them have success. I want to see them on a national place. So for me, I'm like, dang, bro, like you can't respect that. Why does that make you mad? That's strange to me. It just is, bro. I don't get it. What did B say? G. Bush, get down or lay down. Welcome to the new Cleveland. Birdman hand rubs. Shedeur Sanders, Timothy Sanders. Hey, man, you got hey, get down or lay down, bro. Hey, the train is moving. The train's moving. It's a new day. It's a new area. It's a new process. It's a new energy. I know change is different. I know change can be scary. But if you get down with the program, sometime the program can be beneficial to you, bro. Come on now. There's a new energy in the city. Y'all don't feel it bubbling? New Cleveland. We reinvesting. We revitalizing. We putting more stimulus money in it. Maybe you'll see it later. Sometimes you either mess with us now or later. Maybe you ain't ready to be on the forefront of it. But I'm telling you, it's coming, bro. The energy is different, bro. Let you know, man. Stay tuned, G. Bush. Let them have it. Your co-host full jealousy and denial. I see why they can't. Oh, they call him bull. We on them. My new 12 jersey came in this morning too. # new Cleveland. Man, listen, they stay tuned. Or they could look. Here's the thing about some things in life, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, sometimes you got to prove something to everybody, and the Browns don't have a good track record as terms of proving nothing. And I've always said, whatever you're going to do is going to keep you on the field. Whatever you do on the field, keep you on the field. But that's the thing about sports that I love so much, is because in sports, you know what's undeniable? And I said this out loud. When you're talking about the games and stuff, I said Shedeur Sanders didn't even particularly play well the last 2 games. But go back and rewind G. Bush's tapes. Go back and tell him, I said, Shedeur, if you want to get people to stop talking about another quarterback that they want to draft and tanking, go ahead and win these last 2 football games. And let me tell you how people felt. There was literally people upset that the Cleveland Browns literally people that was supposed to be down for the Browns was mad that they won 2 games so they couldn't get a quarterback. There was people mad that Dante Moore went back to school so they couldn't say that we needed him to be a quarterback. Literal, mad, upset, whole shows about why this is crazy. And I'm like, y'all guys be showing y'all's hand, bro. Y'all don't want, like, you don't want the Cleveland Browns and a young group of players to go out there and fight and win a division battle against the Steelers and the Bengals. One of them, I said, I ain't got no time for that. Ken Lee 793 became a YouTube member. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and welcome to the family. BD Hugh 2001 looks like they saying we support Shedeur. No, listen, they didn't say look. They put the flag down. Haslam stamped it. Haslam, Barry, Nicole, they stamped it, bro. Heavy lifting is done. I mean, at this point, talk about other court, it's wishful thinking. And just let you know what it is right now. It's wishful thinking. I know it sucks a little bit too. I know it. But fam, I've been telling, all right, you ain't got to pay no attention to me. You ain't got to pay no little attention to me. I'm just a little old dude over here. I'm just trying to do my shows. Lindsay Wade. Monken looked straight happy. Oh, he was pumped. Andrew Barry gave him that dap. Nobody tried to draft you, dog. I'm going to tell you about that later. Somebody said in the super chat I came across, we'll tell you about how that collusion happened. But the syndicate they cleared this message. So we can put that out here. Boy, you don't know how strategic that is. The Cleveland Browns put that. If the Cleveland Browns didn't want you to see none of that, you wouldn't even have known Shedeur Sanders had met with the coach. That's the most devastating part. It's they willingly put it out with pride, energy, enthusiasm. A fifth-round quarterback worth $4 million got on a plane to meet the coach. First versus a quarterback worth $250 million who's still in Italy. Because they told the quarterback that was probably still in Italy, don't even worry about it. You be the backup. We got to get with young boy. We working with Shedeur. Like, that's all you need to know. What? Dylan Gabriel wasn't there. He might have met with the coach. But they put out this. They didn't put out Myles Garrett meeting them first. They didn't put out Denzel Ward meeting them first. They didn't put out Deshaun Watson meeting them first. They didn't put out none of that. You know what they put out? That. I didn't make it up. I know people, I don't know why you be mad. Don't be mad at G. Bush. I just do a little show, bro. I'm just a little blogger, bro. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just say what I see. Browns put that out. A-Bum says, became a member. We appreciate you. Welcome to the family. JB Smooth, bro. They captioned this, the playmaker and the mastermind. What these dudes talking about for real? What you talk about? If it's a lie, then the Cleveland Browns media team told it. We didn't say, listen, hey, JB Smooth, I had nothing to do with this. Did you have something to do with this? All the aunties, we didn't put that out. We didn't. We had nothing to do with it. We just woke up and seen it. Nothing happens by coincidence. Come on now. Y'all know that. D Motley 8492. 12 is now. Got what Cam. Dart got a team behind him. They got people. See, the only difference between Cam Ward and Jackson Dart and Tyler Shook is those teams have come out and stood on the mountaintop and said, this is who we rolling with. It is what it is. The Browns didn't have that, but they went and found them a coach that said they would do it. Now here's the thing too. This is the sentence. Now, I don't know if he'll do it. What's going to happen when Todd Monken come out and say, oh, we view Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback? Then then what? If they come out, see, it's only a couple of steps left. Like, all right, we already here right now. All the people, 5,000 people, we already know what time we in. But when they come out and say, hey, we view Shedeur Sanders as a franchise quarterback. Our job is to put some things around him. And I think we'll do that. That's why I'm trying to get everybody on board. Fellas, you don't have to be left out in the cold. Just come on over and say, look, I ain't sold on Shedeur, but I think I would roll with him in 26. Time will tell what it's looking like. If you just did that, you good. All you got to do is hedge your better just a little bit. I done did all the heavy lifting. You know how many times I had to go out on a limb, literally? Think about it. For the stuff that I was saying, I had to get Stefanski up out of here. Andrew Barry had to still be here. He had to actually get on the field and outplay Dylan Gabriel in 2 games at the end of the season. So the heavy lifting is done, fellas. All you got to do is say, well, you know what? He showed a little something. I went back and looked at it. And you know what? Maybe 2026 might be his opportunity to show what he can do. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, man. Browns choosing a coach that tried to draft Shedeur twice is crazy work. But the third time's the charm. BDHU 2001, we appreciate you, my guy. What we got, CC Clark, 8280 became a member. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Reverend BJ Nelson, I like your avatar too. If you can't see the hand of the Lord moving in 12's life, you don't know the Lord or your faith is weak. Sometimes the Lord moves very mysteriously. He moves and how he weaves and he puts people in your life for a season and pushes people in there. That's why I always tell people, bro. I always tell people, remember? Now, look, one thing, me and the CU aunties and people, G. Bush just trade him. Get him out of here. G. Bush, why don't you just let him go? G. Bush, come on now. Let him go to the Jets or the Dolphins or just let the man leave. Release him. Y'all don't want him. I said, listen, easy, easy, easy. It's God's timing. And no, we're not trading. Under no circumstances are we trading him. And I've been steadfast on it since day one. Nope. No. We can't trade him. Nope. We cool. We cool on that. We cool. Stay tuned. Had them boys crashing out yesterday. Only you and Tyvis played football. I talked to Tyvis last night. I said, Tyvis, hey, you seen that clip? He said, oh, you know how Tyvis laughed. He said, oh, he said, G. Bush, it's over, man. They must chalk that up. He the first dude that seen Todd Monken. It's chalk that up. They didn't told him he QB1, about to be QB1, boy. That boy about to be QB1. I said, man, Tyvis, I'm just saying. Just telling you, bro. I said, man, it's crazy out here. It's crazy work. NYC Bread. Elite institutions don't blame students for poor grades. The teacher and environment are heavily scrutinized. 3 men enter Berea. 2 are left standing. And the man with the W that failed this in the system is in Atlanta. And even he had to come back and say, I ain't got a problem with Shedeur. Shout out to Atlanta's PR staff. They seen that with the PR staff looking like in Cleveland now, they say, oh, no, this is bad look. You can't have the new coach come in dapping this man up, talk about they laughing and joking. You couldn't even say the man's name. We got to hedge this bet. You can't. Prime is still big time down here. He a boss down here. These folks in Atlanta mess with Prime heavy. You got to do something. I said, bro, what is this Kevin Stefanski talk about Kevin? Why is he talk? They made Kevin Stefanski, the PR team said, you got to say, you ain't got no problem with Baker. You got to say that you ain't got a problem with Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders. We need to smooth this over because these folks down here are upset a little bit. Say, this is wild work. G. Bush watching the meet with Shedeur and Monken was satisfying. It all worked out. The other satisfying thing is Kevin got to prove he's a good coach in Deion Sanders' house. I love it. What goes around comes around. Sarita Allen, thank you so much for the super chat. I always tell people, I can't even, a lot of people some of this stuff you can't predict. That's why I be telling people, man, God got a plan for every one of y'all. And somebody told me something the other day. He said, I always think about it. If God would have gave me the job that I prayed for so much, I wouldn't be here sitting here talking to y'all. Think about that. I prayed hard for years. I wanted a radio show Monday through Friday so bad. I painstakingly did everything I could to move, to get myself in position, and it never came. I prayed to God sometimes and be like, man, what am I doing wrong? I'm working hard. I'm doing everything you asking me to do. I'm out of trouble. I'm staying what you want. And he kept telling me no. He kept blocking that path. You know why? He blocked that path because he had something different for me. He has something that he couldn't explain it to me. He just had to show it to me. But if he didn't block that path, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. Think about that. Sometimes he got to close a door for you to end up where he needs you to be at. And I was watching this thing on TV the other day. Somebody said something along the lines of, when you in Uber, you trust the Uber driver to get you there safely. When you on an airplane, you trust the pilot to get you to your destination safely. When you on a school bus, you trust that the school bus driver gonna get your children to the place they need to go safely. And he said, you know what's so crazy about all of that? You don't even know those people, but you put your life in their hands every single day. He said, so why don't you do that with God? And you know him. He done showed up before. So why, when you get to a place, you start questioning? You didn't question that bus driver. You didn't trust that. And these people got your life in their hands. So sometimes when you're going somewhere and the detour happened, don't be upset. That's the way it was supposed to go down. It ain't a detour. He might just got you on a short. See, you don't know whether it's a detour or a shortcut. I don't know if you heard. You don't know if you taking a detour or it's a shortcut to somewhere bigger and better that you can be. Jihad Goldsby. As soon as I seen the video of Shedeur and Monken, I said, it's up, G. Bush. It's turning the stove on right now. Time to cook. Yeah, when you see that picture worth 1,000 words, you can't run from that. That's called let's go get it. All I need is one. All I need is a couple of people. All I need is one mic. Shout out to Nas. One opportunity, one shot. One person to believe in what we trying to do. Let's go cook. Let's go cook. That's it. VA Auntie 757 became a member. We appreciate you. Welcome to the family. Set another place at the table, Rosie. Yeah, man, we out here doing, we got a big old cookout ready to go. Never seen the interaction between 12 and Savannah. I ain't seen none of that, Patrick. We ain't seen it. We have not seen that smile that K-Journey podcasters, regular people with love for the sport and former athletes are the new journalists. Old school journalists have and are literally reporting themselves out of work. It don't even have to be like that, K-Journey. I'm just trying to get them to come on along. Why you do that to yourself, bro? You ain't got to listen. You ain't got to double and triple down. Come on over here. You ain't got the double and triple. K-Journey, who votes for the Hall of Fame votes? Is similar to the Coach of the Year voting? Break it down to me. There are Hall of Fame voters who there's certain Hall of Fame voters that people get. And if you're in the media, there's certain people who vote for the Heisman Trophy. There's certain people that, like the Associated Press, they vote for the Coach of the Year. Some people have a Hall of Fame vote. Now, if I'm being honest, let me think. I'm not sure. I think Tony Grossi has a Hall of Fame vote. I think Mary Kay has a Hall of Fame vote. I know Dustin is able to vote for the Heisman because he does college football. So there's different people that, could get a vote for those things, right? I think, let me see. I don't know. I think Aditi can vote for, I think she mentioned that she'd vote for Defensive Player of the Year. So there's various different journalists that get to vote for certain things based on their accolades, their career, whatever they report on, and they get a vote for it. Now, the Hall of Fame is different because there's the Baseball Writers Association, and there's the NFL. So there's different bodies or whatever that vote on it that's similar. But they also have a Veterans Committee, and also there's a Players Committee of older players that they can vote on it. So there's a lot of different things that go into it and who can vote and who can't. But there's a lot of bodies on that. Let me see. OG Bush, I got a beef with you. If Rosie wants to buy you something and want to go half, you let her pour into you and don't block your blessings. Let at Ryan Coogler and what his wife did. She's vested in love, support. So Rosie, what you try? Did you try to buy me something? Oh, oh yeah, she did. Yeah, like it was funny. Like I didn't have it was like funny. Like this is crazy. So last year at this time, like I had just stopped doing a radio show and we was just starting up with the Barbershop online and on the Barbershop. And she went and bought like this Roadcaster. I'm like, man, we really ain't even got it like that. We got a lot of stuff that we got to pay, man. I was like, dang, she bought me this like Roadcaster. But I will say it's crazy. Like, I always tell people about people that believe in you. Like, she believed in me. Like, there's a lot of people that would have, like, there's a lot of relationships that I've been in that ended because I've always tried to be in the media. I've always tried to do stuff. And it always came to a point where I would have it would be a break because my significant other just didn't believe in what my vision was. And sometimes, man, you have a vision and it sucks because after a certain time, you keep telling yourself, like, God, is this the right thing I'm supposed to be looking at? Because I feel like I'm losing out here. But when I met her, we started dating, we got married. Like, she was one of the first people. Like, she came to me and was like, yo, this is when I still had a regular job. She's like, listen, if you really feel like you got a passion to do that, go all the way in. And she couldn't even really work at the time. She was like, you could do videos and I'll work. And first of all, that's not going to happen. So I wasn't going to do it because I'm like, yo, I'm never going to stop working and I got to provide. But just her saying that was enough for me to move forward and go all the way in, because she was the first person that said, I believe in it enough that this is what I'll do. And my parents too, like when my dad retired, they gave me the initial money to start a logo. They gave me the initial money to buy a computer. Like, and I was going through a divorce at the time. And so I never forget those things, right? You know what I'm saying? Your family unit is so important because sometimes those people believe in you when nobody else believed in you. And, to that point, she bought me the Roadcaster. I'm like, well, I got to at least do something to make the money back or do an investment. But it was funny because I went back and looked at it and was like, man, that was a great investment. And I appreciate, the sacrifice, because she could have bought that for something else. You know what I'm saying? That shout out to you, K Journey, for seeing that. Check out, I think my wife got all kind of blogs. I think that was on the Barbershop, right? Did we put that out? So we got a reality show coming too. We do. Like we just telling y'all it's coming. Black Culture List TV. Monken won a Shedeur out of high school, UGA in Jackson State. We seen that. Ready to go. The Monken family has 5 members as coaches in the Illinois High School Hall of Fame, including Todd. His cousin is head coach of Army, Eddie Bowens. Here's the thing I know about y'all. Y'all be doing y'all research. Y'all be ready to go. Yoshi Doshi, you and Bull are both right, but answering different questions at the same time. You need to get Bull on here when you aren't trying to rush segments. I tell people all the time, like, I got love for Bull. Like y'all, like, here's the thing. A lot of y'all don't. Some of you can't see the interaction, but I'd have known Bull for what is it? I met Bull probably in 2011. I'd have known Bull for 15 years. I'd have known Dustin since I was young, since I grew up with Dustin. So a lot of the times you see the interactions, we may get heated back and forth because we both got strong opinions, but I got love for Bull. I got love for everybody on the show, bro. It's just like brothers arguing. You know what I'm saying? It's like us arguing back and forth about stuff. Like me and my brothers argue all the time. So, after the show is over, we don't be arguing. We be in there talking about other stuff, bro. So I think that's the great part about the show. It get heated from time to time, whether it's me and Jason or Jay or whoever it is at the time. We argue back and forth, but after the show is over, we just be talking. So, Bull has his opinion about certain things. I have my opinion about certain things, but if you think about it, sometimes you argue in a lot of different things and it don't even really be that big of a difference in the gap where you at. I just think that's the great part about reality TV. That's why UCSS is fun. It's the closest thing to reality TV you're going to get on the internet with sports. Because even First Take don't even do that. Skip and Stephen A. Smith don't do that. Shannon Sharp, ain't nobody did that. So that's why it's like watching a train wreck every single day. But actually, when it hits, it's great. Freedom Genesis 6442 became a member. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate you. And welcome to the family. Mac Dog, G. Bush, during the search, why you never said anything about Monken? I'm going to judge him on fixing the offense, special teams, and maintaining the defense. He has to change the culture and win games. You see, during the search, let me tell you this. I was a person who wanted Jim Schwartz. I thought Jim Schwartz had the inside track. And sometimes this is a good lesson for everybody. It's, I always said that, I didn't have a very strong opinion. I didn't have a very strong opinion about the coaching search in terms of which candidate I loved the most. I was just going to let it play out. And when they picked Monken, I said I like Monken the least. But what I always try to tell people is you got to go back and check, and you got to go back and do your research. So as I went back and did my research and started to learn about some of the things that he was doing and learned about what his stops in Georgia and other places, I started to educate myself on what it is he likes to do. And so I'm like, okay, the more and more I started to watch, the more and more I started to be like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is pretty dope. So that's why in the beginning, I mean, my mind wasn't on him being in the mix. That was something I wasn't just really into. Oh, Nancy says, O-line guy from Iowa, what you think? Based on what Aditi and Jim said a few years ago on head coaching job, I don't think that no matter who got the head coaching job, Jim was going to stay. What was Jim's plan for the offense? I think, Nancy, you bring up a good point. And I think that for me, one of the things that happened the most was that how I looked at it was it came down. I think they did like Jim Schwartz. The problem with this was that Jim Schwartz was not an offensive guy. He wasn't an offensive guy. And they liked the game plan that Monken had. And we showed it a little bit earlier about some of the questions that they asked some of the candidates. The questions were, what are you going to do? Are you going to do with Shedeur Sanders? And what do you think about this offense? And I think Todd Monken literally had the best plan. Big 1J, time for Receipt Mafia. Receipt Mafia is funny, bro. That's crazy. Miss Bell 70 says, if you're mad about Monken and Shedeur, you can't be a Browns fan. The two will take the Browns far. There's no way a fan who knows football is mad. There's a lot of people, right? I keep the receipts on me, Miss Bell. You know, I'll be trying to talk to you. You know, Miss Bell, I'll be telling them. Yeah, let me show you what Champ Bailey said. What you say, Champ? What you say, Champ?
News this morning, Champ. Todd Monken is the Browns head coach earlier. Yeah. 2 national championships at Georgia as the OC. Knowing Shedeur, what do you make of the fit?
Man, look, this dude is one of the better offensive minds that we've seen in the game. He did it at the college level with my Bulldogs a few years back, won national championships. Then he goes to the Ravens and sort of reinvents how Lamar Jackson plays the game. Look, the guy's obviously an offensive genius. I want to see what he does with a true pocket passer like Shedeur Sanders. So, you know, I think, you know, as long as they get together and start going over what it means to play in his system, I see great things for Shedeur. He's obviously talented enough to play in the league. Now it's just taking this game to the next level.
You see, Miss Bell, we keep him on deck. We just let you know. It's just not the people around here, Miss Bell. Former Georgia Bulldog, first ballot Hall of Famer, Champ Bailey. He says it the best. He say, come on now, you know what we doing. They be smooth, dog. It's so bad they're talking about starting Watson over 12. Wasn't Watson the seed of Satan 3.5 days ago? And the Winston talk is diabolical. And listen, at that point, they throwing stuff at the wall, because if you ask them in the next sentence, they'll say, well, I would cut Watson too. Well, you really don't have a clean grasp on things, the way things is going right now, because it's looking like none of that happened. So T Storm says, so they don't want coaches that can actually develop players. Isn't that why what they're supposed to do? Yeah, I don't understand. What do you mean? I don't know, man. I mean, guys, come on, man. You don't want them. Why would you not want this guy to develop the guys in the room? I'm confused. D Hoon says, D Hoon 5340, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Jalen Bias, thank you so much, my good sir. Welcome to the family. We appreciate you becoming a member. Buck Beasy 6263, they mad at Dylan Gabriel for not being better than 12. Make it make sense, my G. I said, I thought y'all had a problem. Why y'all mad at Dylan Gabriel? What Dylan do to y'all? It's like back in the day when you used to work for a top henchman, and he used to be like, yeah, I'm the big boss. I'm the big villain. Like, that's like Shredder getting mad at the foot soldiers for not being able to beat up Master Splinter. Bro, Shredder, dog, you know they got the Ninja Turtles, and Master Splinter is ahead of the Ninja Turtles. Why would you feel like you gonna get mad at a putty? You mad at a foot soldier because he can't beat, you know he can't beat Splinter. Why you mad? You've let me down for the last time, foot soldier. Bro, you know good and ready. You know good and well he's a henchman. He had no bro. You lucky they can't capture April O'Neil. Oh, good enough. Shout out to the Ninja Turtles. Sarita Allen, is the Cleveland media going to just set Dylan's meeting up with Monken? I'll wait. I don't think so, people. Unsure. I don't know, bro. Did we see? Shout out to Dylan, man. He might not get no first date meeting. He ain't gonna get no first date joint. What though? What I'm saying though, he gotta get cut though. Y'all been trying to trade him and cut him since. I'm like, dang, bro. I thought y'all was riding with the. I don't know, man. D. Hoon said left-handed Dylan Gabriel will be in Atlanta backing up left-handed Penix with Stefanski. Now that call might be in. They might make that call. They might do that. Bev Skid, hey cousin G. Your boy Bull was gaslighting the other day. He always interrupts you and criticizes your opinion, but thinks he's king and acts like he's judge and jury. Well, you know, they do. I mean, they call him, he is Adam the Bull. So, you know, he's a very opinionated individual. Shout out to Bull. We go back and forth. I'm sure he'll come around. You know, we ready to cook, you know. Hey, Monken look like he all in. So you know what this playbook gonna look like. You know what that playbook, when that playbook get to talking, trust me, there's gonna be some crossovers. A lot of people gonna be like, listen, you know what? I ain't even gonna lie. They cooking right now. Patrick Williams says, I wouldn't be surprised if 12 had a say in the hiring process. I mean, he was the topic of conversation. I don't know if he had to say so, but people was being asked what you think about him. And we know what Todd Monken think about him. K Journey says Cleveland media treat NFL players like the injured horses. They want to euthanize careers if things don't go their way or they don't like them. I listen, I always said this too. Like, I try to be very careful with the way I talk about players because I understand that they got family and careers and people out there. And I understand how tough it is to go out there and put your body on the line and the pressures of being a professional athlete. So I try not to make it be callous. And the thing about Deshaun Watson is, man, look, the Cleveland Browns gave Deshaun Watson that contract. Deshaun Watson didn't hold them at gunpoint and tell them to do it. They gave them that, and Deshaun Watson got hurt. So I'm not going to sit here and with Deshaun Watson, I'm not going to sit here and talk about that as if that's something. Like I'm not going to sit here and just like get rid of him because he didn't play well. That don't make no sense. Like, the Browns gave him the contract. It's guaranteed. Stand on the contract and figure out a way to get the team better around it. But just saying cut somebody is ridiculous just because you didn't think he played the way you thought so. Osodero 5089. Monken said he'll tell him about the collusion later. That's funny. They put you on about what went down behind closed doors, right? Smooth STP. The depth between Sanders and Monken alone gave me the hype for the draft in the offseason. Monken got to get me a damn receiver vibe in him. And by the way, he's a receivers coach by trade. Go watch what Cecil Short said. Check out Earl the Pearl on Ultimate 216 with Cecil. That's a crazy interview. Cecil talks about what it is to play receiver for Todd Monken. Great insight. Make sure you'll go check that out. L. Wilson became a member. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for becoming a member, and welcome to the family. Patrick Williams, Coach M, chose to coach 12 and Jackson Dart. Choice as always. I like somebody that want to be down. Jalen Bias, saying you was disingenuous, was disrespectful. Well, listen, people that know I'm genuine, they already know what it is. They know where I stand at. You can say that's how you feel, but my MO is I done stood tall and stood how I felt since day one when it wasn't even comfortable to say that. I've been standing on business since like last summer. I mean, why would I need to get disingenuous today? And by the way, I made that word. No, I didn't make the word. I just Patrick Williams, Coach M, chose 12 and Jackson Dart. Yep, we got that one. Mace 437, praise Yahweh. I appreciate you as always. J Mac Too Fresh, salute. G Bush, talk that talk. Double wrist up, cooking with fish grease. Fish grease is quite hot. DB Dog, thank you for your voicemail as well as the super chat. And another clip, he says he wanted to come here. See, now we cook it. Peter Allen, I feel sorry for Michael Penix Jr. and Kevin Stefanski is going to drop him like a bad habit. You see they moved Kirk Cousins. I think they done took that off the table. They say, no. We're not going to have no controversy over here. We have Penix. He's the starter. Now Dylan Gabriel might come in, though. Look at me starting stuff. Alexander Gallant, the Browns have had the first 5 games against division teams, 4 in Cleveland, 1 in Cincinnati, and they will win the division on that from the jump. We got cast on playoffs over here. Regina Mickens, thank you so much for the super chat. Move STP, when are we going to get a barbershop listener party? You know, they'd be asking for that. You talk about what we talk about live and in person? Listener party. You know, we've been talking. You know what? We'll kick that by the financer. We might have to see how this gonna go. I've been mulling around a lot of things in my head because the community continues to grow. You know, just to get out there and meet and touch everybody and to meet everybody and, you know, like-minded people come together. I've been thinking about the right time, right place, right opportunity, and where it would all make sense. So I'm trust me, has been near and dear to my heart. So we thinking about some things, and I do think that would be advantageous. We just need to find the right venue. Denver ATL. Shedeur just need a hug and a coach willing to say his name. He survived and thrived in the storm. There you go. Work now. Now we could just talk about football, right? J-Mac Too Fresh. I'm calling early. Nephew going to throw for over 4,000, 28 touchdowns, 8 picks this season. Shiloh will be on the team too. Double wrist up, JSU. Okay. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Alexander the Gallant. Let your light so shine before men, and they may see your good works and glorify your Father within which is in heaven. Matthew 5:16. As always, we always appreciate the good word. D. Hoon, G. Bush, keep doing what you're doing. It's the type of reporting that is needed. I'm with it. Keep it up. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you guys rocking and rolling. Hey, Journey, I ain't got a lot of patience. I got a lot of praying. Preach that. I'm only saying, hey, y'all keep praying. I'm the Lord, give it to you. That's what I pray for. That's what I pray for. Preach that. I thank you so much for it. Regina Mickens, the Monken man is in Monken land. The hashtag the new Cleveland. I've been praying no for this scenario since he got drafted. And it's a wonderful thing when people you want or people want you. DB Dog says, born and raised in the land, living in New Jersey. Hey, shout out to you, wherever you at. Salute to everybody. I told you, man, wherever you at, we raise that flag high. Uncle Kai, as people, we've always say push, pray until something happens. There you go. There you go. Blacktop Bully A-Train, a clear sign of a great coach. His first hire was the offensive line coach. The offensive line and quarterback must see the games through the same lenses and communicate to each other. Having a guy you trust is going to make this transition seamless. Grand Joy 12, Pro Bowl is sold out. Hashtag 12, moving them tickets. Stay G. Bush, let Jason and crew know it ain't about the EPA. This football, double wrist up. Hey, the NFL say, we don't even really care about no EPA. We just getting them tickets up. I just checked StubHub looking for Pro Bowl tickets. Only 1% left to purchase wrist up. T-Storm, these boys, y'all ain't got the receipts. Patrick Williams, will Cleveland play the Falcons this year? I think they do play the NFC South. I think they do play them this year. Tanya, Andrew said, hey, listen, we're not playing with y'all. Andrew said it loud and clear. Miss Bell, G. Bush, you're fact-based, not hearsay media. You acknowledge mistakes and come with receipts. You don't play telephone. You never be like other media. We all fallible. We all fallible. Sometimes you got to be like, yeah, that was on me. That was on me. Amen. You know, the cool thing about it is I just like the community. We ready to go, man. I'm excited that we got some people that's excited about these Browns, man. And this is crazy. And I don't even want to throw this out. I'm not going to do it because we'd be here for 3 more hours. But don't it seem like, I feel like after the fresh restart, there are more people that support Shedeur that are now starting for the first time to say, you know what? This is my team because of the fresh start. I think more people is now starting to, they looked around, and because you done went through the storm with us, and because we was all here when it was ups and downs and we did all this stuff, you now looking at it like, you know what? I came for Shedeur, but dang on, this is my team too. We're going to talk about that coming up here. It's a Wednesday night. Chastity Frank, 6743. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Casey Thero, practice squad, JSU White Tiger. Alpo J. We might get to that. We might have to talk about that. Did Alexander Gallant says, did Jim, either you in the huddle or you out the huddle? Come on, Jim. Come on now. Let's go. All you got to do is pull up. It's still time. It's still time. It's still time. Let's go to Medic 5151. Was worried about he's a grumpier Savansky, but after all these receipts, not like Savansky at all. The personalities and the player approach seem to be totally different. He's more like Schwartz. I had to do my homework on it when I heard that too. The Last Naga, you should listen to here. Monken is the quarterback whisperer and kryptonite to the Shedeur haters. Late hire, but quick to finalize team. Who better to help take defense to the next level than Monken's offensive playability? There you go. There you go. Robin Barnes became a YouTube member. We appreciate you, and thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for joining the family. J-Mac Too Fresh, can we get a crossover? Would be we gonna do that. That's light. We still gonna do that. We gonna do a lot of crossovers. So a lot of people for the Brown sphere, for the media sphere, you're gonna see them all over here. We're gonna be doing a lot of crossovers, man. We're gonna be doing some work. T-Storm G. Are there any effort to scout players from HBCUs that areas offered? Ignore it. I'd like to get your viewpoint. The Cleveland, look, I feel like there is with NIL, I feel like there's more of a light shined on everything, because now we're starting to see people that are coming from all different Division II, Division I's, HBCUs that are coming to some of these programs and dominated in Division I. See, there's a lot of people who go to the schools because they don't have the opportunity, or maybe their coach didn't promote them, or they fell through the cracks, or maybe they didn't really start playing till their senior year and the recruiting never got there. Now you're starting to see a lot of people come from HBCUs, coming from Division II, MAC schools that never had the opportunity to shine, that are now at another level balling. Like, the guy at the top of the food chain. So yes, there's a lot of things going into it, and there's a lot of situations where now people are really starting to like recruit HBCUs, college guys going down there, just giving them an opportunity. There's more opportunity for those guys. And yes, they should be scouting those guys, because just think about it. Shedeur Sanders came from an HBCU. Travis Hunter played at HBCU. I mean, these guys doing it at a high level. So it's talent everywhere. It's up to you to find it. DGMCW504. Thank you for becoming a member. We appreciate you. Welcome to the family. The last Naga says a new hashtag, or hashtag new Judy. I'm looking for a new Judy. Hey, Jerry Judy, come on. It's time to get on the train. Like you said, G. Bush, media won't give the Browns the benefit of the doubt until they stack winning seasons. Winning flicks negativity. Monken in 12 is good start. Barry got to come through in the free agency and the draft. Sheet X. That's what we're talking about. What we're going to talk about is the fact that you're right. You need to, Andrew Barry, we need another one of them drafts. And we need free agency to hit too. We need both of them. So we just now starting. Like, this ain't the end all be all. We going to get to it. Just Dario says he became a YouTube member. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. G. Bush, we support Shedeur. Also the Browns. They succeed. Shedeur succeeds. Go Browns. Big Friday 7020. We appreciate you. That thing is starting to change. We're gonna talk about that coming up. A lot of people is buying in, man. A lot of people. Robin Barnes, Shedeur has always had a love for the Cleveland Browns, according to well-off media. There's an old clip of him talking trash about him and always being a Browns when he played in the mat, and gotta love it. I remember watching those clips. Robin definitely watched those clips in terms of him doing this thing and playing with the Cleveland Browns. Like, yo, I'm the Browns when this joint come on. Jonathan McGriff, G. Bush, Brown Sports Profit. Nah, shout out to I don't know prophet is the right word. I just think I'm a supporter and a person that is the Lord gives me a word every now and then. I'm a little intuitive. So I just try to be there to offer some perspective. But I like the title though. Hans A. Johnson. We need a vet receiver in the room. Mekhi Lemon, Bonds, Juckin, Sanders is our new offense. Mekhi Lemon 435. Remember, I said it. Hey, I remember you yesterday. You was in members only. Hey, if you got 435, if Mekhi Lemon run a 435, I'll take him at 6 myself. So what the hell do these people keep leaving the rep stuff out? I don't know. Maybe you think you could just wake up and just show up and do it. You know what I'm saying? The last Niga says, became a YouTube member. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate you. Let's see. Hurrah. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate your love and support. The Real Chef, Boy R. Rod. That's crazy. The Real Chef, Boy RD. That's crazy. G. Bush, I hope you keep all of these receipts when Cleveland make it to the playoffs and win 9 games is the floor for next year. History repeats itself. I'm just saying. Boy, You know I keep everything, man. I got a Rolodex somewhere. Shedeur S squared. Hard pressure says S squared played with Kevin Coleman Jr. at Jackson State. That might be a sneaky connection to recreate. I like him. I like that Kevin Coleman. I like him. I do. E. Crawford 2965. Thugnificent. Man, what did he do to make them that mad? I don't know, man. Some people. I don't know if that might be my prerogative. I like that. But we might see. Well, thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate you. And welcome to the family. Phyllis Giggers. That's Win. Browns fan from Memphis. We appreciate you, my guy. Lewis Chapman became a member today. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you. Welcome to the family. Man 607. I just love how Cleveland media is forced into a corner to show their hate for Shedeur Sanders. Only so many ways left to hate. It's time for it's only so many ways you can say, nah, ain't it? Nita G. Bush, I appreciate your authenticity. Your co-host going to have a real hard time next year if they stand on the personal feelings, because Shedeur is clearly quarterback one. Dylan's still on the team? Yeah, listen, I'm looking at it from a perspective, and I'm like, I think it's very evident that he's quarterback one. Maybe they have a change of heart throughout the season. We'll see. J-Mac, too fresh. New Cleveland. Anybody can get it. Let's go, Neff. JSU, repping. Shout out to the HBCUs. Just a girl. My question is, what does a real quarterback competition look like? A real quarterback competition is everybody gets the same level of reps. Guys duke it out. It's not one person doing this. It's one person not getting no reps. That's what a real quarterback competition looks like. You got to have reps all the way around. You can't just be like, oh, my goodness. Like, one person's going to play with the ones, and then the other person is throwing the trash cans. Nita says, roll it back to the draft day. Kevin told Shedeur, God works in mysterious ways. It's all poetic justice. He did say that. Con Man 607, man, I was ready for Todd Monken to bust down his AP perfect timing. This Shedeur story has captivated non-Browns fans too. I'm a Giants fan. Salute. Hey, it's everywhere. It's big. G. Bush, you should host a members-only barbershop show, a weekend show this season. I'll fly in for that. Pick a warm game. Raiders fan down for Cleveland. Mr. Grimble 9017. We got to think about that. We might listen. There's a lot of things in the movement. Just don't be thinking about it. J-Mac Too Fresh. We also need G. Bush and Unc Rizzo crossovers. I'm just saying. Shout out to Coach Riz. Shout out to Riz. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Riz. Beautifully blessed. G. Bush, that video had me in tears. Now, let's get Shiloh in the Browns uniform. Everything is possible. Go, nephew. We love it. We appreciate you. Beautifully blessed as always. Sly Tucker 6736. Thank you so much for the super chat. Big One J says, what a way to start your head coaching job with the quarterback you just been wanting. That's wild work. P.S. Still waiting on my New Year's plate. Yoshi Doshi Bull has been my favorite of mine for 15 years. Shout out to you, Yoshi Doshi. Listen, shout out to Adam the Bull. Man, make sure you go out there and check out the bullpen too. Subscribe to the channel. Sussy Moore 71 super sticker. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Hugh Garland 9593. Kirk Cousins is leaving Atlanta. Do you think Dylan Gabriel will end up in Atlanta? It's a good chance. It's a very good chance. Two left-handed quarterbacks. I think it's a really solid chance that happens. Valerie Davies 1573 became a YouTube member. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for having bringing the super chat. We welcome you to the family. Laminas 566. Stefanski didn't allow Shedeur to have 2 as his jersey number because they wanted to discourage his fans from the college from following him. I don't think, so funny, that even worked out better because now everybody who had the 2 jersey had to go get the 12. Just made that jersey bigger. It's funny how things work out for the best sometimes. Sweetie T30 says, I am only interested in Kirk if he retires and wants to be a quarterback coach. He is a super quarterback, smart and knows the game. Yeah, we cool. We got what we need. We cool on that. We good over that. Shout out to Kirk Cousins, but we cool. Eric Dorsey 4490. Jim Schwartz would be better of a leaving because he'll be a cancer if things aren't perfect at the beginning. I told somebody at this point, let that man Monken control his staff and what he gonna do. Jim has made it clear what he wants to do and how he wants to move. Got to understand. T Storm, what? Atlanta moved Kirk Cousins? Yeah. Hey, they took that off the plate. They said, nope, we ain't about to start that quarterback confrontation. Nate Dogg 0221 became a member. Thank you so much, Nate Dogg. We appreciate you. Welcome to the family. VZ, my guy, man. What's up, my man? When white man said Shedeur has promises and showed growth, Bull agreed and tucked his tail. Wouldn't you finish a thought and then called you disingenuous and played in all bad weather games? G. Bush, you the GOAT. Here's what I always say. I asked a question. I like to ask good, solid questions. I asked, hey, shout out to Ross Tucker. I said, Ross, what you think he gonna do with Monken? He said, man, I like his spatial awareness. He has great spatial awareness. Yeah, you know, he's done some things on. So, you know, I like where Ross's answer. You know, I feel like he has some stuff too. He's shown some things, and I think Todd Monken's seen some things. But we all have our opinion. So we all got our opinion, right? Alpo J. Ohio players playing I Want to Be Free. That's funny. Alexander Gallant. Browns play the Falcons at home this year. Yes, they do play the Falcons this year. Lawrence RBE. Revisionist history is a disease in Cleveland, unfortunately. For Cleveland media, we keep receipts. The last narrative, Coach Bozo helped 12 and Dollar General. If I am Monken, Schwartz gets the boot. Shout out to you, Lawrence RBA. We appreciate you. Man, listen, hey, Lawrence, hey, man, feel free. Y'all need to drop one of them cards. Tell ARP to drop one of them sneak cards. We need something out here in these streets. The streets dry, Lawrence. Come on now. Well, give us a max out. No, max out too crazy. Max out too crazy. I don't know. The max out cards be taking a lot. Shout out to Lawrence RBE. Shout out to RBE. Rare Breed Entertainment. You know what it is. It's all good, y'all. Trade Cleveland's 6th pick, 107 pick, and a future 4th rounder to Dallas for the 12th pick and 20th picks. Take Lemon. KC Concepcion at receiver. Then offensive tackle Lomu from Utah at 24. Iowa Dunker at 39. Offensive set. This man that got the trade machines out. You lucky I've been studying, because a lot of people like, whoa, this dude got a advanced mathematics system going. But I appreciate you. I appreciate it. I like some of the moves, though. Stay hard, brothers. 2026. Why does it feel like the Cleveland media isn't happy with Todd Monken and 12's relationship? I've seen other guys that report on Cleveland all the time. Not going to say the channel. How you hate on your own quarterback. And I think sometimes, man, people can't see the forest for the trees, man. I can't even be mad. I told you, I wasn't going out my way looking for Monken, but what I did say is I can't be a person that say they want to get rid of Kevin Stefanski and then be hating on in 5 seconds. Can't do it. Susie Moore, much respect to you and your valuable insight. G. Bush, you the man, go Browns. Thank you so much, Susie. We appreciate you, and thank you so much for the super chat. Nita, we waiting on a crossover with D at off the record. We got to get to that too, man. Are we writing these down? We gonna do, listen, I told y'all, we're gonna do every single crossover y'all want to do. We gonna pull up on everybody. We out here, we in the streets this year. 2026, we in the streets. Lawrence RB, we will never know the truth, but I think AB used Shieldhouse to throw the media off the scent, or he was happy with either option. Jerry Judas has a chance. Hey, man. I think Andrew Berry keeps everything under wraps. I think he been moving. VZ, bro, can you explain how the Browns mucked up this search? Monken was one of the first interviews. What's wrong with taking candidate or talking to candidates, then picking your guy? They never said they liked anyone, because Mr. VZ, it's like, again, we get into a lot of groupthink. How was it messed up that you went? First of all, it's malpractice for you to go into a search and just take the first person you see. It's malpractice, bro. Why would you do that? You're supposed to get people. I want to bring you in for 2-3 interviews, especially if you got young guys who ain't never proved themselves. You're supposed to get all the information you want to get, right? Why would you be mad at that? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Super G Lip. Everything happens for a reason. Coach from the city that stole the Browns, and a quarterback whose catchphrase is perfect timing. Universe is aligning. Hey, yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Yoshi Doshi, show up on UCSS dressed as as Ori for SG. Is that Stargate 1? That's kind of funny. Let me know if you're right. Beautifully blessed. Everyone dropping cities. Browns fans by way of Shedeur coming in from Tampa, rerouted from Memphis too. Hey, listen, Browns fan base is growing, man. We growing. Charlotte Anderson. We are so glad that Kevin Stefanski is in Atlanta. We hope he is successful in Atlanta as he was in Cleveland. Go New Orleans Saints and go Browns. Shout out to the Saints fans. Mrs. Pink 923, love the new Cleveland is looking up for 2026. Yes, indeed, we are. Hard pressure. DeAndre Carter is out as soon as free agency hits. Thor will have one of the highest selling jerseys 2 seasons in a row. When he switches back to 2, he never changed the S Square brand. It's up in 2026. And finally, Susie Moore, 71, became a member, and we appreciate you, and we thank you so much for the super chat. We did 3 hours. We told you we appreciate you. If you take time to send it, we'll take time to read it, and we're going to put some thought into it as well. We appreciate all the super chats. We appreciate all the callers, and we appreciate everyone. As always, if you want to know, if you want the fresh take on sports, you know I keep the Clippers with me ready to line up whatever you got going. Have a great rest of your evening, and as always, we starting to see it in that new Cleveland, that hashtag new Cleveland. It's always go Browns.